Hey peeps, we are back. We're talking the Real Housewives of Atlanta, season 14, episode 10. Hey, before we get into the video, please do me the honors of subscribing to my channel, hitting the notification bell so you can always be notified when I post new content, hitting the thumbs up because that does wonders for my channel, and share. Thanks. So this episode starts off with nothing but cuteness. Total cuteness overload. We get a chance to see Blaze and Brooklyn have some playtime. They are in the bouncy balls. They are going up and down the slides. I mean, they are having a great time. We get to see Kandi and Kenya really enjoy their times as mommies. They had a conversation regarding their business and entrepreneurship, and I really enjoyed that scene in that time.
Nothing is coming in from overseas. The good news is I had gotten offered $5,000 at CVS and a new line at Walmart.
That's why I'm like, how is it good if you can't?
I can't even supply Sally.
Right.
So that's what we're working. See, you get business. Nobody else asked that question.
What do you need help to do?
I've hired a COO.
Okay, so you got somebody that's gonna figure it out.
Yes.
I was like, I just told him to get the out. I just told him to get the out. I was like, wait, what? I think I care more about how the boys feel too.
Adding to their trauma.
Yeah.
Listen, Kandi being there, being so supportive of Kenya and understanding what Kenya is going through was a beautiful moment. I really loved how she jumped in and asked Kenya, what is it that you need? Kandi is a good person and she's a really smart businesswoman who always has the right team behind her. And listening to her give advice to Kenya and her and Kenya go back and forth about business was a beautiful thing to see. I remember a couple of episodes back when Kenya was talking about her problems with her supplier being overseas and how it was hard for her to get the items that she required. I remember saying she needs to find someone here in the US to purchase her supplies from. And I was happy to hear her say that they are looking for distributors here in America, because the way things are in today's world, you don't know when you're going to get stuff from overseas. It could take a long time. You know what? I wouldn't mind it if Bravo had maybe a 1-part or a 2-part show where it was Kandi and Kenya and some of the other Bravo celebrities, the women that have successful businesses, if they all got together and spoke about the pros and the cons to being business women and the ins and out of having a successful business. That's definitely a show that I would watch. I absolutely agree when Kandi and Kenya talk a little bit about Marlo and how they both agree that Marlo throwing those boys out just added more trauma to them. You know, and she does put her feelings in front of the boys, in my opinion. I also agree with Kandi when she says, when you decided to take on the responsibility of being the Monty to these young men, you have to put their feelings first. You cannot be selfish. Marlo is used to being a single woman. She's used to being footloose and fancy free. And when you become a Monty, when you become a mom, you know, you lose some out of that freedom. Being a mom is not an easy job. Being a single mom is damn sure not an easy job. That is where everything lands on you. Everything. So I understand that Marlo is stressed out, but listen, moms don't get breaks. Especially single moms don't get breaks. Now, Marlo's sister, Crystal, stops by to check in on Marlo to see how she's doing. And, you know, there's a vast difference here. You know, we find out her sister is 30, and I don't mean any disrespect at all, but her sister looks a little bit older than 30 to me. You know, then finding out that not only does her sister have these 4 toddlers that she is raising, now she is also helping Marlo with the 2 teens, but that they live in a 2-bedroom apartment. Now later, she tells Kandi that she had just moved into a 3-bedroom apartment. So right now, that day, she moved into a 3-bedroom apartment. That's still too small for that many kids. That's 6 kids and possibly 2 adults. That's a lot of pressure to put on this sister. It really is, especially when Marlo spends hundreds of thousands of dollars a year. She's living this good life. And you put these kids off on your sister, who is a working mom of 4.
And you're raised up in a certain environment. You're so used to living a certain way. You go somewhere else and live under that environment and that person's rules and structures. How are you supposed to just adjust to it like that?
Do you feel like I'm bad for like saying I need a break?
Certain things I am gonna honestly say I don't feel they should hear. They have feelings too. So like when you say, I'm tired of them or I don't have to take care of y'all, they shouldn't hear that type of stuff.
I was raised by the same mother you were raised by.
And her mouth is reckless.
I appreciate her sister pointing out to Marlo some of the things that she says to the boys in front of the boys and earshot of the boys is not okay. You can't keep saying how tired of them you are and how they are so lucky to be with you. And I bet you 9 times out of 10, Marlo says a lot of negative things about those boys, to those boys, around those boys, and about their mom on a regular basis. And none of that is good. And don't come back telling me that, well, that's how my mom acted. That's how this, as a grown up, sometimes you have to just step up to the plate, look yourself in the mirror and decide you are going to break this cycle. You didn't like it when your mama did X, Y, and Z to you. Don't do X, Y, and Z to your child. That is a no-go. As parents, we make mistakes. All we can do is apologize, forgive ourselves, and pick up and move forward. We don't get to take 30 days off. At least none of the parents that I know get to take 30 days off. Then we find out that Sheree has some sort of shopping adventure nightmare, okay? She says that she's out at the store trying on rain boots, and somehow she ends up breaking her baby toe. Girl, listen, when I go to try on shoes, if I even feel a little tension, when I'm trying to slide my foot in a shoe, all of a sudden, I don't need these shoes. Or can I get a size up? You know what I mean? I don't just slide my feet into shoes right off like that. No, ma'am. At some point, if she would have pulled back, her toe wouldn't be broke. I'm just saying, she tried to force her foot into that boot.
Smell good. I'm so excited.
We can't eat in the car.
Oh,
Sorry.
Yeah, what?
There's no way we can eat in the car. I'm sorry, guys.
Y'all want to eat before we leave?
Yeah, we'll be right back.
Honey, now listen, did you see Drew and Candy's face when they found out they were not going to be able to eat those OLG chicken wings in that car? Honey, what happened to the Sprinter van? I think it's more interesting, more entertaining when you get all the girls together in the Sprinter van. You know, and listen, the fact that they went into Candy's house, sat down and ate their chicken wings for an hour, and then finally came down and left, I said, Lord, that lady driving that nice car, she probably said, I get paid by the hour and they can sit in there and eat their chicken wings if they want to. I'm just saying, I would have ate my chicken wings too. I ain't gonna lie. I am not about to sit in this car for 2 hours smelling these delicious hot wings from the OLG. No, ma'am. Girl, I'd have been trying to sneak and eat chicken wings in the backseat anyway. I'm just saying, they did the right thing by going in the house. You know what? Marlo is just too much for me. She is too much for me. Sitting there looking Sheree straight in the face.
Sheree, how the heck did me and Kenya get back at this place?
Well, when I talked to her, she said when you called her a liar, that triggered all the things that when you said
I've done before. Why can't 2 black sisters just get along?
Platoon.
She couldn't make it. Let me hang up and call you right back.
All right, bud.
Doesn't bother me.
Yes, it does.
Marlo, really? She has treated Kenya like trash. And you want to know, how did you get back there? Well, they get to this house that Marlo has rented for the girls, and I can tell you this place is gorgeous. It is absolutely beautiful, but I was more focused on the food. Don't judge me, peeps. You already know I'm always looking at the food. The charcuterie boards looked so delicious.
Smells like devotion and delusion. Blackberry and rose. Who would you say this is?
Sonya.
I would say delusional Sonya.
I don't necessarily agree, but Kenya.
Smells like good vibes and fresh gossip.
Candy.
Candy. Yeah. Smells like high hopes and low expectations. Me. Smells like color-coordinated workout gear and... That's you?
Tanya.
Go get your room. Okay. Smells like repeat resolutions and wishful thinking. Oh, guess what? This you, Drew.
Marlo said on the after show that those candles came like that. That she did not have them print those comments on the candles. Those comments were already on the candles. All she did was pick out the candles and then decide which one of these ladies go with the candles. That was complete shade, okay? However, I did enjoy watching. And I enjoyed watching that more than watching Luann, Sonia, and Ramona act a fool, try to decide who's gonna get what room, to only end up having Sonia and Ramona share a room, the best room in the house, every single cast trip. And this is off topic, but I did see on Watch What Happens Live, Sheree said that the last time she talked to Tyrone was the day the episode aired where he left her stranded in Philly. So even after all the pity parties, all the let's get together and celebrate Sheree, let's give her these coochie incense, she was still talking to Tyrone? Yeah, okay. She also said on Watch What Happens Live that the sex with Tyrone was whack. Okay. Listen, when Kenya sent Candy that text and Candy replied back, nobody was asking about her. And Candy says she already knew Kenya was coming. Thank you for gracing us with your presence. She said they share the same makeup people. So she knew Kenya was coming. I had a feeling she was coming also. And I don't blame her for booking her own house. Kenya is a woman of means, and she doesn't have to be under the same roof as Marlo, causing all this drama and friction. It's just not necessary.
Will you be staying at the house with us?
I'll think about it.
I would like for you not to attend unless you're staying at the house. I don't want you to continue to hang out with us.
Oh, I'll definitely be there to experience all the ladies, so thank you so much
Well,
for
you won't
that.
be there to experience if you're not staying at the house.
The thing is, you seem like you're the hurt one. Now, maybe
am.
you're not. Maybe
No, I
you're
am
not
hurt.
capable of being.
I'm super hurt, Kenya. I believe that.
My issue with you is that I feel like everything about you is not sincere. When you say things like you want to be everyone's friend, but you're the worst friend here, that's not sincere. You're not a friend. You don't know how to be a friend. You don't know how to love. So if it's the love that you're saying that you have for me, I don't want that kind of love because it's not healthy love. It's toxic. So when you call me a liar, that is what I have forgiven you for you telling me that I was lying about having a child. And that was unforgivable. But I forgave you anyway. And I said, I'm gonna start anew with you. And you come right back and you accuse me of lying. So no, Marlo, you don't get any more chances with me because what you say is bullshit. So that's all I really have to say. I'm done.
I think the problem last season was not Brooklyn. The problem last season was that she didn't tell anybody she was bringing Brooklyn, and all the rest of the ladies wanted to pretend like they wanted to bring their kids as well, knowing good and daggone well the rest of those ladies were not bringing those kids. I'm just saying, that's my opinion. Did anybody notice the look on Marlo's face when she seen all that love Kenya was getting when she arrived? Marlo was devastated. Marlo cannot stand for Kenya to get any shine. You know, Kenya was telling the truth. Marlo is only a good friend when she feels like being a good friend. And the only time she ever even pretends to be a good friend is if she needs something. There's always an angle behind it. And the fact that she talks so much trash about Kenya and Candy, but still really wants them to be friends with her, and she wants to be their friend, but she disrespects them every chance she gets. Everything that Kenya said was the absolute truth about Marlo, and Marlo tried it. But girl, bye. You cannot try to be the victim. You are playing a role, and people are over it. Marlo is extremely disingenuous, and I hate how she always tries to play dumb. Girl, stop it. We know you are not. And I'm glad that Kenya sat there calmly. She was very calm. She was rational. She did not raise her voice. She explained to Marlo exactly how she felt. Marlo didn't have to get it second and third hand. She told her exactly how she was feeling so that she could not come back and try to misconstrue how everything was said and how everything was meant. And something else that I enjoyed was when Kenya and Marlo were trying to have their conversation, none of the other ladies interrupted, tried to put in their feelings. It wasn't like on Beverly Hills when you've got Erica chiming in every 5 seconds or Kyle wanting to jump in and give her side. I am ready to see what happens with the rest of this Blue Ridge Mountain trip. All right now, peeps, get down in the comments and let me know what you think. And until next time, bye.